Hey everybody, back with yet another Thrift Store laptop. This one being an Acer. Let's get it fully in the frame here. Skinny little Acer from not too many eons ago. There you go, there's a side shot. Got some ventilation, some Ethernet. We got some, look at that, there's something you don't see on too many of my computers. USB-C. Yeah, we got the old VGA, HDMI, couple of USB. Along the front, we got a card reader and some blinky lights. And quite a nice, I think it's got quite a nice finish to it. It's kind of like a, what do you call this? Sort of like a, has a, I see, can you see the, yeah, here we go. Starting to see the pattern. It's kind of like a red, sort of crisscrossy, sort of meshy looking, I guess. I don't know. Fabric-y looking? I don't know what you call it that. Anyway, headphones. We got yourself a USB. And we got nothing else. That's just a, I thought it was a DVD, but nope. Just a cover. Or you could have put a DVD, I guess. Okay. If it was still that era. All right, look at the gigantic trackpad. So you know it's not from the era of stuff that I normally cover on this channel. No sirree, Bobby. This thing's a real laptop, don't you know? And I gotta put in my password, so bear with me as I do so, because it actually has a password on it, because I actually plan on using this thing. Okay, there you go, guys. So here we are. It's got the old AMD A6 7th gen. Not bad. Sorry for the slurp. There's my coffee. I think that is a microphone pickup. I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's got the multi-touch trackpad. Very nice. It's got all this stuff. So webcam and some basic stuff that you'd use for businesses. This is a super skinny laptop. It's an Aspire E15, I guess being 15 inches, I'm assuming. Does it say? It doesn't say. Yeah, so there you go. But it's a pretty big laptop. I don't even know, is that bigger than 15 inches? I don't know what it is. That's a big laptop anyway. Very wide. Wide enough to have a keypad, which is nice. But of course, gotta love this. The old French-Canadian keyboard stuff going on here. Do not like that, but it is what it is. I remapped some keys and we're business. So here we go. Let me just see if I can turn up the lighting a bit here. I think that's my problem. There we go. Let's see. Is that better? Oh, that's way better. Sorry. Sometimes if it's too low in here, I notice that the moire effect shows up more so. I'm not sure. But anyway, or however you say that. All right, so let's get underway here by looking at some of the stats, the specs, all that jazz. So, focusing in on this A6 processor, it has 2 computer cores and 3 graphics cores. So we're going to see how well that really does in the real world. It has a ton of instructions, so it's a modern CPU, like it shows. 2 cores, 2 threads for the compute side of things. Not much to see here, just the motherboard. It's a Wasp, and it's got the old inside BIOS and there are up to date to 2016, so that indicates roughly when this laptop is from. And it's got 4 gigabytes of DDR4, which is pretty cool, but it's only got 1 RAM slot, so it's a kind of an econo. This is what I would call an econo laptop. It's thin, it's got a nice big screen, but it's not meant to be expanded in any way, and it certainly isn't performance. But what do you use a laptop for if it's business-wise, right? Do you do your graphics editing on a laptop? Generally not. It's just productivity stuff and web stuff, and this thing will probably manage. So here we go, just the 1 slot showing, and it's a Micron from 2016, further confirming this is a laptop from 2016. You never know what you're getting at a thrift store. 2016 laptops are pretty good these days. And there you go, there's your Radeon R4 graphics, which is obviously part of the A6 processor. Not liking the amount of memory it has, 80 megabytes of memory, so that should be interesting to see how it does. I can't see this one scoring high, but probably good enough, right, for stuff you do in a, at your office. So here we go. This is the hard drive that's in it. This is a hard drive, not a SSD, so somebody put a hard drive in it. So not a particularly awesome hard drive by the looks of it. It's an older one. And looking at the hours, it's got, let's see the days. It's got 1,025 days in 7 hours. Put that into the old calculator, that's 2.8 years of use. This is a high miler Fujitsu hard drive at 160 gigabytes, not the original. The original would have been a 1,000 gigabyte hard drive. Realistically, this would probably do best with a SSD, but it's, it's a thrift store laptop, so I don't think I'm going to spend, $50 for something I spent $30 on, and for what I do on it, it probably wouldn't make much of a whole lot of difference. If I used it every day, yep, that would be going, there'd be a SSD going in this thing. But here you go, summary of the specs. Yeah, pretty basic stuff. Definitely nothing, I can't say that this is going to be a spectacular system for performance, and I think this Nova Bench test will give us a good idea of what we're dealing with here. So let's do it. Let's get underway with a Nova Bench test. And yeah, while that's going, I'll just have another sip of coffee. RAM is transferring, and it's transferring. And let's get ready. Let's get ready for the big finale. Here we go. Oh, not bad actually. We're hitting 190, 240, 60 frames per minute. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Mind you, it's not hard to beat these old clunkers from 2010 or something when you got a 2016 laptop you're looking at here. So let's take a look. Well, here we go. So surprisingly, the graphics are not bad. It's scoring a 70 and 226 frames per second. That's actually quite doable for a lot of functionality, but that processor is only hitting 199, so it wouldn't do very well against an Intel processor. But then again, what are you doing on this thing, right? So probably would get you by. The RAM is pretty good too, it's not bad. A little low on the RAM, it could use more, but unless you're gonna get a different card, it's not easy to upgrade it. So it'll have to be what it is. And the actual hardware itself, pretty much the hard drive, is the real weak point on this thing. It brings it down quite a bit. But all in all, 400 score with the graphics being so high makes this actually quite functional. I'm sure it would be fine to run YouTube and things like that. I could show you, but why, right? It'll run YouTube. That kind of frame rate, it'll run YouTube like nothing. So here you go, guys. There's another thrift store laptop I picked up, refurbished. It was a very easy refurb. You know, it was just I think I just had to clean up the Windows 10, like do a restore or whatever they call it, reset. So there you go, guys. That's what I did with that one. Nice and short video at close to 12 minutes. Hope you're having a great day. Trying to get a few more videos up on laptops and computers because that's what you guys like to watch. And I got a lot of them, and I've picked up a whole bunch over the last couple months, probably 15 of them, 20 of them, mostly laptops. So I will show you them as I get around to setting them up and booting them up and giving them a little test. So I hope you're having a good day. Like I mentioned, have a great rest of your day, starting off nice and early, and I'll see you in the next video.